I'll not take to show off effectively in a verse by using 1 minute. And I welcome all our chairman Deepak Sachdev and Chetan Kothari, all committee team members, vice presidents, forum, and all of you who have decided to this a very, very important subject of today, particularly post-COVID era. And I compliment Harshit to sensibly pick up this topic. And I knew him since last couple of years, and the way he prepares for the subject and then decides to come on a platform, he really deserves, compliments. I have not seen, what he's going to present, but I am sure like this 1 hour of investment will go for a long, long way for the times to come. So I welcome you all. Kindly keep your mic in a mute mode so that we enjoy this content hassle-free. And I would request Forum and Chetan Bhai, because I may not be able to join closing part of it and also throughout this webinar. I'm sorry for that, and to take care of closing formalities also. So all the best to all of you. Thank you so much for joining, and over to Forum.
Thank you, Parag Bhai. I'm sure we'll do that. And yes, so Harshit Bhai is one of our youngest council member with RMA, and has been since a couple of years now. And he was previously with MSME cluster development and a business faculty now. More introduction I would ask him to start with and carry forward with the session.
Thank you, Ms. Chandarana, and thank you, Parag Bhai, for those kind words. Hope I'm audible. If I'm audible, can you all please give a thumbs up on the chat box?
Audible.
Okay, great. Thanks. So, Parag Bhai said that I would have prepared it, but Parag Bhai, today I have not prepared anything. I would like it to be as natural as possible, as if it's a live interaction with this wonderful small group. The class may not be mass, but class. So what we are going to do today is I'm just going to share one link, first of all, and we'll experience this, what we are intending to talk about, what we are intending to float across. Let's experience it first, and then we'll come to the matter of the core topic, as in how can we be more engaging in our next virtual show. So what I'm doing is I'm sharing one link on the chat box. Everybody who has extra device, like if you have a tablet or a laptop, you may log in over there. Else, in the same device that you are using for the conference, for the webinar, maybe cell phone or any other device, you can open up this link in the same device as well. So I've shared the link over here in the chat box. If you all can please tap on this particular link.
Should we share? Should we have a screen share if you want?
No, screen share I'll do after a while. Okay. But this link, I want everybody, all the attendees, to open this link. So as I said, I don't want the topic itself is how to make it more engaging and interactive. So particularly for this topic, I do not want that I myself keep talking. I rather want it actually to be experienced as engaging sort of. So I've shared one link with all of you. If you all can please tap on this link, and it will direct you towards one page. Welcome, Hitesh Bhai. Welcome, Ms. Chandarana. Welcome, Mr. Raj. Welcome, ma'am. So we need not leave this meet. Let this meet be as it is. We just need to tap on this link and open it up in the other tab in the web browser. To make it all the more engaging, it has started raining. Yeah, I could say 6, 7 of the attendees are on board. If all others...
વળી પાછું આ.
Right, and the count is going on like Dow Jones. All the others, please quickly join so that we can move on.
Hello, can you share nearpod માં છે ને email ID and password કેવું માંગે છે કે login
No,
with
no, no.
Google?
As a guest, it's not required. So what you just need to do is you can just enter your name and the optional area.
Student
You can write.
student section માં enter
Yeah,
code.
yes.
Okay.
And, just a name of a participant, and you can right away log in. To create a presentation, we need to sign up. But just to attend it, anybody can right away do it.
Code don't have a code. Test nearpod using magic.
Okay. Code
message.
R for Rajkot, T for Chennai, S for Sikandrabad.
એટલે join નથી થાતું નામ દેવાથી. એક સેકન્ડ.
Okay, I've typed the code as well over here in the chat box. Download app.
સીધું કોડ જ આપવાનું. Okay. Enter code,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. Yes, Chetan bhai, you can download app, and even otherwise, right away we can continue with the web browser itself. All right, fair enough. So I could see more than half of you already having joined, and I suppose the rest would be in the procedure of doing that. So we are just launching ourselves. We are diving ourselves into the world of how to create engaging, interactive presentations instead of just being one-way kind of communication wherein the speaker speaks and the attendees simply attends it. So moving on, here is a number in front of you, and the number is 400. There's no other information given. What does 400 talk about? And I'm going ahead. So here is a question in front of you. What comes in your mind when you look at the number 400? Anything, it could be anything, what you think of the remembrance of whatever you have it when you come across this number 400.
Amount.
Okay.
Yeah, first,
So the amount in dollars, rupees, INR.
which is the highest? Actually, yeah, pounds.
Right. Error page, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all others, please type in over here. In this area itself, you'll have the typing area. So please type over there itself. Okay, cricket score. Oh, that's great, sir. 4 centuries, Dhoni. Oh, now we'll not have Dhoni neither in real life nor in real life. Okay, that's great. One more. Oh, that's great. Fantastic. All the answers are certainly right. The reason why I had kept this number was there's a research being conducted, and as per this research, it says that a child smiles for 400 times in a day. And then as and when a child grows up and becomes adult, any guess what would be the number of times that an adult would smile? Here itself we can type. Okay, yeah, please go ahead. No worries. Please continue typing. Yeah, less than child. That's true, very true. But any ballpark figure, if at all, you can think of.
Maybe hardly 100 times. Hardly 100 times.
The research says it's 15 to 17 times a day.
Oh.
Yeah. So, anyway, this research itself is debatable. Some of them, they say it's actually 300 to 400 times. And if a child remains awake for 12 hours, it means every 2 minutes it would be smiling. So nevertheless, the point is that as we grow up, probably we leave apart that part, the joyous part of our life, and we try to just pass it over. But that's something that we need to cherish, the memories, each and every memory. Here's another number, 260. So now gradually we are coming towards our topic. This is something to do with our topic of the day. 260, again, the same question. Why 260? Okay. But you have plethora of options actually if you want even digits. Why 260? Oh, amazing. Kilometers run with one petrol tank full. Government offices working days. Well, there's no text on giving this answer. If at all it turns out to be wrong, there's no text onto that. So please feel free to give your response. One more, we need to have even number of responses if the number is even.
Can you share the join code? Someone is asking.
Yeah, sure. I've actually kept in the chat box. I'll put in once again, just a minute. Yeah, the joining code I have pasted it again in the chat box. Okay, we have got one more. Speed with which I've driven the car, and you are 5. Play the cards, multiples of 13. Maybe lucky number for some of them. Okay, yeah. 13 is actually a really good number. I mean, believe me, just try it out. It's actually a lucky number. All right, thank you. Why 260? Actually, the reason is if you take the YTD returns, that is year till date returns of the company Zoom Communications Limited, which is listed on New York Stock Exchange. On 1st of January, rather on 31st of December 2019, it was somewhere about $68. Today it is $245. So there's jump of 60% in the share price of this company just within not even 8 years that we have completed year till date. So this actually shows the growing relevance and the significance of the virtual meets, of the virtual platforms. Why you have been seeing that there's a drastic rise in the share price of the Zoom. That's just because of the usage of that. And even if the things would start gradually settling down, still this relevance and significance of virtual meetups, virtual show-ups, virtual events would continue doing so, because a lot of companies, even after having resumed, even probably things having started to settle down, they have set a target. Like TCS has set a target 25 by 2025, means only 25% of their staff would actually be working in the premises of Tata Consultancy Services. The remaining 75% by 2025, they aim to establish a system wherein they'll be working from home. So that means the relevance of online virtual platforms is increasing, and thereby the relevance of this topic increases all the more. So if that is the case, if businesses were to conduct their operations, if the dealings were to take place online gradually, what are different ways in which, or what are different contexts, what are different occasions, what are different types of meetings that probably a business, could be a small startup, could be a big company, Fortune 500 company, or any other organization for that matter, could be a club, society, association, any other organization. If the meets are going to happen online, what could be different reasons? I mean, what could be different events? What could be different types of meetings that may take place online? if this is something that we foresee in the upcoming years. For example, this association is having annual general meeting coming up. Probably that could be online annual general meeting. Similarly, any business, what kind of meets do you think could be online? Board meetings. Thank you, sir. Fairs. Okay. Review meetings. Okay. And even something that could be on a more frequent basis, on a day-to-day regular basis, training programs, T&D. Oh, okay. Online diverse concerts. Oh, follow-up meeting. Okay. Yeah, so there could be different meetings. I mean, if you were to see something on periodic basis, it could be something like board meetings or review meetings, kind of, or if a new plan is to be launched or a new product line has to be developed or to be thought about by a business, probably they would again have a meeting, because two or more minds are better than a single mind in that sense. Or could be something on an operational basis, operational task meetings, or could be simple task meetings. In fact, I've seen a lot of units, some of the units in our city itself, wherein they meet every day morning and they decide the targets and the tasks, and then they disseminate and get back to their work. So all those different kinds of meetings. So what we'll do is today, with all different small bits and bytes, we'll try to see and address how all these different meets can be addressed through these different tech tools, having virtual meetings. So the first thing what we've already done is we had created a collaborative board wherein everybody, all the participants, can pour in with their thoughts. So anything to be thought about, any innovative thing, any creative thing, any problem solving to be done, probably this is one of the best ways to use such online collaborative boards. There are multiple platforms actually. This is just one of them, just for an exemplification. But basically the point is a lot of brainstorming meetings rather could be done over these such kind of collaborative meetings. And we know very well there are a lot of good instances, like a typical, famous Japanese story, that there was a company making soap manufacturer, and there used to be a lot of complaints that they were getting that there are boxes of soaps. In those times, it used to come in a box, that they are coming empty. Even till date, there are some soaps which comes in a box. So when consumers were buying, they find it empty, soap wasn't there inside. And then the company just called upon people. So one engineer came and said that, oh, you can just have an X-ray machine. You can have this machine. You can sense it, whether the soap is there inside or not, with the radiations and this and that. And then eventually they called upon a watchman. Hey, this is a problem. Can you really help us out? So watchman said, can you please bring a fan which is lying in my cabin? So they brought a fan. They just kept a fan over there, and the soap boxes which were empty actually just flew away, and the remaining were passed through. So a lot of such instances, virtual meetings can be done for the sake of brainstorming. And probably this was a kind of situation, the image which is there in front of you was a kind of situation earlier when it used to be face-to-face meets in the organization, wherein it was really engaging, everybody are working towards it. Another image, now when you have it purely virtual, people are simply engrossed with their own devices, probably no interaction, no engagement. And sometimes the meets could be like this, one to many, training, probably a lot of times training given, it's just one to many. One step further, probably a trainer or a presenter could be using PowerPoint, but then again, still it's just there in the screen, but the participants are actually not doing anything except just probably listening to them or putting their heads down and taking the rest. Probably one more step ahead, and wherein already the clusters are being formed, but still over here as well, you could see the participants are actually not engaged, involved, doing anything except listening to whatever is going on. A typical kind of webinar could be like this. Everybody is just attending it. A speaker is speaking it. Or if it's one-to-one, say a normal sales pitch, an insurance pitch, insurance product that you are selling, probably the person who is attending is not really so much interested because the sales guy is keeping on speaking and speaking and speaking, but the listener has got no role to perform. Or if it's a typical webinar, probably the screens are there, the laptops are there, and a person may, fly away, leave the desk and start doing something else. And probably this could be an expression while just attending a normal webinar where there's no participation, there's no engagement of a participant. So if that is the case, now our objective is we want all the attendees in one or the other way. Of course, I'm showing a couple of things, not necessary that all these things forcefully needs to be incorporated, but whatever fits wherever kind of can be taken into consideration. For instance, if we are planning up to set up, this is an exhibition, art and craft exhibition, probably the name of this exhibition was Rainbow. And if in a meet, in a business were to decide what are the kinds of products we want to put up, what is the kind of placement we want to do for this exhibition, probably this is a kind of 360-degree, VR view that we can share. So what I would request all of you is the screen that you have, please try to scroll the screen by yourself. Scroll from left towards right, scroll from right towards left. Try to take a virtual reality tour. You can also scroll from up to bottom and again bottom to down. You can do Shirshasana and Sukhasana and whatnot asana, just to have the 360-degree view of this particular exhibition. If it's working for all of you, please give a thumbs up in the chat box.
I guess the code you have shared is maybe not to everyone, but somewhere to someone personal, I guess, because it is not showing in the chat box, and few people are still waiting for the code.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm putting once again. Could you please help me typing the code once again in case I'm doing that, in case
Yes.
decide if there's a connectivity or any such other issue, probably just to reiterate. Just a minute, I'm putting it over there. Yeah, the code is over here. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. It was just going to one person. I had been typing, but it wasn't going to everybody. So now the code, I believe, would be visible to everybody.
Yes, now it is visible.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Just FYI, I'm also putting the link in case if somebody wants to join with the link. So both the options are available. Yeah, so sometimes in some devices this may not work, but I believe in most of the devices it should work. So if you have taken a 360-degree tour to this art and craft exhibition, and probably a team while taking this tour can themselves remain engaged and decide in what are the things that we should put up. This another similar 360-degree tour, and say for instance this is of Times Square. You can again take a view, scroll up and down, side by in a diagonal way. Have a look at the sky and see how many number of stars are there, and please put in the chat box how many number of stars are there in the sky. So this is basically Times Square. If you were to discuss something with regards to this, maybe selecting a location over here where to put it up. Yeah, how many number of stars? You can scroll up and down and just take the view towards the sky. No star. Really? And what is the brand of the shoe which the guy, sorry, not guy, the girl who is standing just beside you, the blue colored shoe, which brand does it belong to? Great, fantastic. All right, we're moving on. So basically this was just an experience that this is how we can have the attendees actually to do some task instead of simply listening. Here's another one, for example, say product development is taking place. And of course, there are softwares, AutoCAD and all that. But then what happens is that when there's a seminar or a meeting, simply the image is being shown, but then the attendees, the participants are not really able to scroll or turn it over on their own. So here is a model say for instance, if Tesla is coming up with this model and if you all are the members of its designing team. So if you can just take, if this is a 3D model, basically you can scroll it up and down, side by. Moving on, 10 seconds, please give the place of yours. Which place are you located at? Okay, so thank you very much. We have people all across the country from, of course, from Rajkot to Baroda in Gujarat. And then we have from Tamil Nadu, from the north as well. The remaining, please, 5 more seconds. So, you can pressurize the participants like this to do it very fast so that they remain over there itself. They don't leave it and go somewhere else. Three more seconds. And here we go. So basically, this is an example while taking a webinar. If you just want to know the profile and the demographics of the participants of yours, if you want to customize it accordingly, you can just quickly ask the questions like this and thereby get a glimpse over it. You could just state the sector and just submit. 7, 5, 3, 2. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you, everybody. A very quick one. I don't think you should be thinking over this. Actually, I wanted to put some other question. What is the age for being youth? I mean, youth is always by the mind, not by the age. Amitabh Bachchan is youth. Okay, thank you. So here is here is a web link. At times, if it's a little bit extended training, maybe some kind of material, a trainer might want to share it. So this is another way wherein I've just kept the link, and if you tap on the link, it will open up the entire page. Of course, the article is something altogether different, basically because of COVID-19. The ground was developed such the foosball, human foosball. Actually, the entire football ground was divided into 12 boxes. 12 rectangular boxes, and each player cannot move out from the rectangular box. They got to be there in the allotted rectangular box. That's what this article is about. But on the similar lines, there's something called flip grid. So for instance, if any one of you tomorrow find a going for recruitments, maybe earlier when there used to be campus interviews, probably you could have taken first group discussions. And now with this physical campus placements, if it doesn't take place, this is a wonderful tool called flip grid, wherein just like group discussions that can take place over there, here's a virtual platform called Flipgrid, where everybody they can pour in their own comments. Like you can throw a topic, was this really right time for Dhoni to retire, from all the formats? So, people can pour in and they can share their experiences like this, which is called Flipgrid, or the debatable topics like SEBI has put a ban on short selling. So because of this ban, as of now, probably the prices aren't falling, but is it really good to continue with this ban? Because if it will lift the ban, the prices will plummet like anything. And if it will not, then the retail investors probably will keep on pumping, not realizing that one fine day there's going to be a big fall. There could be a big fall. So coming towards another aspect, and that is about collaboration. Till now, all the participants, all good selves, all of your good selves, you have been giving your views. But then at times we can have interactive, collaborative thing as well, wherein the way in a regular, normal training meetings in a business, we form the clusters and we allocate the tasks and the activities to each cluster to perform. Similarly, here also there is a way wherein we can have such collaborative ways. Ms. Chandaran, at what time does the session end? How much time do we have? Is it scheduled till 12 or?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is
okay.
scheduled as well, but we can take few questions afterwards.
Sure, thank you. No, I'll try to wind up by that time. So yeah, so here is where collaborative tasks can be done, and probably one of the ways of collaborative ways it could be done is the breakouts. So what I'm going to do is I am going to share my screen just to show how the breakout activity can take place. Can you please give the sharing rights to the other account, that is HS?
Okay.
The one with which I am talking just now is Harshit Shah, and there's another one wherein I've named it as HS, another device. Okay, thank you. Okay, so here is, it's a part of Google Suite itself. So we can just go over here, you can open up, there's something called Chambord. So this is an application of Google itself, we connected with the Google itself. So what we can do is we can create a new Jamboard and make it collaborative. So what I said is breakout. So entire group of the participants, say if it is 12, you may want to group them into 4 groups having 5 in each. And this is these are different tiles, you can make it up. So for instance, say you want to have, this one can be with regards to, you want to start with a new project and you want to do some capital investment appraisal, you want to buy new machines and enter into new product, or like to go for expansion. So you have different personnel belonging to different operational areas. So maybe this one you can make it for marketing department, and then you can put up the questions over here wherein they're going to be focusing upon what are the demand forecasts. So this entire zone, this becomes a playing field for the marketing department guys. Another one you can open up simultaneously, and you can make it for production and ops operations department, wherein they could think over the feasibility, they could think over make or buy decisions. Personnel guys could simultaneously keep working over here. So the 5 in the group of 4, third group, sorry, they would be working on personnel, 5th one, and that is finance. So say capital budgeting, you want to find out, the finance guys will simultaneously put up the things over here, whatever they feel would be relevant. For instance, they will find out what will be discounted payback for this project. Simultaneously they'll find out internal rate of return for this project, the investment they are doing. They'll find out the net present value of this project that they are thinking of. And this is how basically all different functional departments can come up with a task. Similarly, all these guys, they would also be coming up with a task over here. So in a way, it's collaboration within them. And once the collaborative task which is done probably could be given for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, depending upon the task. And then again, assembling them back. So it was a kind of breakout, and then again assembling them back over here, wherein you have everybody having a look at the work, the thoughts, and the takes by different functional departments. So this is one of the ways of in collaboration within the attendees, within the participants, within the functional departments of a team could be taken care of while such online meets are conducted. Yeah, or say for instance, you want to make a decision of buying a share, whether it's long term, short term. So probably one area could be for fundamental analysis, wherein you are checking the price earning growth ratios, the price to book values. Second one could be technical analysis, you're checking the momentum indicators, and the last one could be sentiment, wherein what's the open interest, what is the delivery volume, what is VIX India values, and thereby finally you can come to the conclusion wherein this stock, is it really something recommending our clients if you were a brokerage house. So probably this is how collaboration could be taken place using Chambord, and there are a plethora of such applications which are available. This is just to get an experience of the same. Yeah. Now, showing you again, I'm sharing some code. This you can choose to come out from Chambord. I'm sharing another code. Say for example, the employees in your organization, you want them to voice out. I'm pasting in the chat box. Have a look at the link which is being pasted over here. Yeah, please open this link. This is of Slido, a wonderful website for such interactive tools.
Excuse me, screen sharing is not seen.
Yeah, screen sharing is not there only going on just now. I've already, yeah. Basically, this is another link that I've shared. So if you can please tap on this link. Please give a thumbs up once you all are there. In case if anybody wants to join with the code, here is the code. Please give a thumbs up once you all are there. Thank you. Yeah, sure. I'll try to sum up these few tools that I've been using. Yeah, so for instance, if you were having a meeting with your employees and instead of directly hitting on to the targets and making it a little bit boring for them, please describe in one word how your month was. Okay. Something expressing with regards to your workplace. Crazy. Celebration. LOL, lot of learning. Now when somebody will say LOL, I will remember a lot of learning. Okay, so this is a probably it could be made a little bit. I mean, even the question could be thrown like, you know, who had been the hero of yours? I mean, naming a person within an organization, you know, the best employee, kind of appreciating somebody who has done really good, who has been helpful to others, kind of. All right, so this was one of the ways how it could be done. I'll show you the another example for the same. Wherein if it is a team training, what could be done for team training? So again, I'll be sharing the link in the chat box. There's another link on the chat box. No link. Is the link not visible to all?
It is diverting to the same previous Slido link.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have not used that. Probably that's the reason.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah, so here are questions. I hope all of you are there. It's showing type your question. Hope it is showing type your question in front of you.
Yes, in the Slido
Yeah,
screen.
so right. So basically this is a kind of, you know, question and answer sort of, if you want to have it at the end of the webinar or the end of the session, wherein everybody can put forward their questions and everybody can like each other's questions, and the questions which will be having maximum number of likes will be trending on the top, and probably those questions could be taken first. So if you all could please pose some questions, if at all you have so far, anything that we have done or anything beyond that. Basically, this is an experience of how question and answer can be done instead of typically asking the participants to type the questions in the chat box. All right. So I suppose.
I guess there are less questions but more compliments. I guess the
Oh,
question would have been, what are the compliments?
thank you for those kind words. Just a humble, modest effort. And one more such link I'm sharing, and this is the last link for the day. We'll wind up. We'll straight away go to Google Slides, and I'll just give you a glimpse. How is this to be created after all? Pretty easy, very common. One more link. This is the last link. I mean, of course, all these things can be done in one only. These are just the different templates.
We are diverting to the same link.
Same link? All right, fair enough. So now what I'm doing is I'm sharing my screen, and I'll just be giving a glimpse about how is this to be done. A very easy task. Okay, so here I'm there in my Google Drive. All right, and this is a blank presentation. I'll just be opening a blank presentation. Yeah, and half these kind of interactive tools could be brought in. I'll just take the title, for instance, from the other presentation. So for instance, you're just writing slides and you're writing 16th August, the August assembly. Now, what we can do is, if you see over here, there is add-ons, where the cursor is there, add-ons. I mean, there are different ways to do that. You can directly go to the website and do that as well, but this is the easiest way. And of course, you can glorify your presentations using Keynote, PPT, and then directly bring in, import those presentations over here and still do whatever we are doing just now with this. So these are different add-ons, if you could see. I mean, these are all readily available free add-ons. Of course, many of these add-ons could be having limited functionality in the free features, but all these, none of these are actually paid, at least as far as their basic version is concerned. So what you can do is you can go to add-ons, you know, and just type anything. For example, at last, what we were talking about, Slido. So just Slido for Google Slides. And basically, as far as this Slido is concerned, this is the website for the same Slido. Can be, they've given a lot of different cases, you know, how it can be used for businesses. They've made the cases, they've made the templates. So this is basically the website. We can log into a Slido and we can create such presentations over here itself for the online meetings. 5 tips for designing it, ways you can use it for polls during your meetings, for monthly employee pulse surveys, how you can do this, support your team in these difficult times. So all these resources are there. I'll put this link at the end, a really wonderful web page. A lot of different cases are given wherein a business can use this Slido. What we are gonna do is we're going to directly go over here. In this, we're gonna choose Slido, and from Slido, I already have it. So if you don't have, you'll be able to open it like this, and you'll have to install it from here because I've already installed it, showing uninstall, but you can install it over here. And then once you install these add-ons, what you can do is, for example, here it is Slido for Google Slides. So you can simply open the bar over here. And by the time it opens up, for instance, say this slide is there. What is the very quick way? Time is money. In fact, time is more valuable than money. Money, if lost once, we can regain back, but time once lost, we cannot. So the same presentations, if you really want to do it very fast, say for example, there's unsplash images, and the best part is these are the copyleft images, so there's no copyright issues over here. What I'll do is I simply write interactive because I want to make these slides for interactive. I have to make it interactive and engaging, so I simply wrote interactive. And this is the image that I just clicked on. I got the right image. And once I got this right image, the story is not over. The story starts from here. We can just do order and send backward, and again, order and send backward. Now just go to explore. You can see a tab called explore at the bottom. I just tapped on that, and you can just tap on either of these options which are available. You need not really spend more time on making it. Just with the tap, you can make this is of professional slides. Looking at the Slido, so for instance, from here you can go to Slido and open slide bar. So over here itself, it will open up. So you can do create session. And then you want to add a poll. anything that you want to know, for example, a feedback poll, how was this session all about, or anything with regards to the meeting in between or in opening itself, you can add it. You can add a quiz just to make it a little bit more lively. And this was, for instance, add a Q&A slide wherein all the questions would trend upwards. So for instance, when you want to create a question over here, these are different types. Word cloud, like who was the best hero of yours? Name your hero in the company based on 4 July 2020, and you can allow them to create more. You will save it. So the way we had some templates wherein you can have questions, this is how it's already been created. Simply go and present it. Yeah, and it's over. Basically, this is where we'll get the link to share it. So this is the link that we can share it with the participants. And with this, we are done with it. So this is a code wherein you simply need to share this code or the link, whatever you want to share it basically. And this is how it will start operating the way we have been doing so far. All right, so with this, I'm done with it. Over to you, Ms. Chandarana. As our chairman sir says, we got to always respect the time of everybody. So true, and we finish it a minute before. Yeah, over to you. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you for giving your valuable time. It's said like the most valuable thing you can give it to somebody is the time. And secondly, if I give 1 rupee to somebody, if somebody gives me 1 rupee, we both are left with 1 rupee. But if we exchange 1 rupee, we exchange one idea, we both are left with 2 ideas. So thank you very much for sharing your ideas in the questions wherein you were to give your opinions and ideas. And thank you very much for your valuable time. Over to you.
Thank you, Harshit bhai. It was wonderful. It was very interactive. We got to know a lot of tools, and I would really like everybody would request to have a list of them, and whichever even the tools you had already installed in your Google slide. So that will be very helpful in making quick presentations and quick interactive platforms. And I would request Chetan bhai and then Paresh bhai to finally end it with closing remarks.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Chetan Kothari, Chairman Rajkot Management Association. First of all, there is a wonderful quote which I probably found very, very engaging for a wonderful session on technology by Harsh bhai. This is the best way to predict future is to invent it. So I congratulate Harsh bhai for a wonderful interactive session, which has probably opened the eyes of all the attendees. I feel like our future success is directly proportionate to our ability to understand, adapt, and integrate new technology into our work. There can never be a better time of humanity to adapt to new technology in this pandemic time. And technology enables us to work every minute of every day from any place on the planet. This is probably what we are seeing right now. Somebody from Tamil Nadu, somebody from Ahmedabad, somebody from Rajkot, somebody from Baroda. All are engaged into a common platform with a common goal to upgrade our skills. Wonderful insight on Chambord, Nearpod, and Slido. I remember talking to our beloved President Parag bhai when he was secretary and I was president 7-8 years down the line. We wanted to have a full-fledged 3-hour seminar on use of smartphone. We missed the bus at that particular point of time due to, lack of resources in Rajkot. But see how wonderfully the lowest person in this pyramid has adopted the smartphone. Even many features which probably we are not using it, our staff or peon or even our housemaid is using. So technology has no barriers, and Harshbhai has rightly pointed us to something which is probably hardly anybody was knowing it. It will always be helpful for everybody to use these new tools, and I request Harshbhai to share these things to all attendees through an email through Forum Chandarana, so that people like us who are probably far lagging behind in the technology run may also try to jump in the skateboard and try to reach to the young guys like Harshil Bhai. Thank you so much, everybody. I wish Paresh Bhai Gosai is already there. Our Honorable Secretary will sum up this session by a vote of thanks. Thank you.
Paresh bhai, you can unmute your mic. Yes, Paresh bhai, we can see you. You can unmute your mic.
Forum, you cannot do his mic unmute from your end.
Yeah, I'll do.
Yeah, there is some technological snag at Paresh Bhai's end. I sincerely thank everybody who has participated in this very interactive session, and how I can forget to mention the name of great Mr. Padmin Bhai Buch, who is always a well-wisher. He is from Ahmedabad, a very, very senior faculty and a gem of a person. Well, I am very, very thankful that he is around on this webinar by our young executive, our young executive committee member, Harshil Shah, and many more to come. There are 8 number of series lectures which are planned, and I think those who have participated in this lecture, many more engaging seminars are in pipeline, and please join us, and thank you so much.
Thank you all. Those who want to attend upcoming sessions can put their phone number or email ID in the chat box, and I will close it in a minute. I'll end the meeting in a minute. You can, those who do not have access to upcoming session details can put there, and by the time we can also have the list of today's tools which we have used.
Hearty congratulations, Harshit Bhai. It was a wonderful seminar. Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
It was really nice. Keep going. Keep it up.
Thank you so very much.
I think all the members who have participated in this session have benefited a lot. We are very happy to have you as a very strong pillar of RMA. Congratulations.
Thank you so very much. It's a pleasure to have you all.
So I'll close it, and we have couple of email IDs and phone number. Thank you. We'll keep you updated with the upcoming sessions. Just share the file as well. Yeah, you can download this file, and I'll end it then. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good day.